teacher Asmita and welcome to the fifth video of Kingdom Animalia topic. So let us take a quick revision of what we have studied in the previous videos and we'll go to the next video. So we are studying Kingdom Animalia and a detailed classification of Kingdom Animalia. So in the detailed classification is needed to study them properly, and to classify Kingdom Animalia we need to apply some criteria. So we started studying these criteria which are applied for the classification of animals, and those criteria, six criteria we have studied so far, and let us take a quick revision of those criteria and we'll go ahead. So we have studied about habitat as a criteria for classification. Secondly, we have studied about mode of nutrition, then mode of living, then we have studied about levels of organization, then we studied about body plan, and even we have studied about symmetry. So likewise we have studied about 6 different criteria which are used for the classification of Kingdom Animalia. So in this topic we are going to study, in this particular video we are going to study the 7th criteria for classification, and that criteria is germ layer. Now germ layer is something new term for you. So to understand this term, let us go to the starting of the life of an animal. Now do you know how the animal life starts with? Now let us try to understand it. Animal life usually starts with sexual reproduction. I am saying usually, there it starts with asexual, but here we are considering sexual reproduction. So in sexual reproduction there is a male gamete, and there is a female gamete. Now male gamete is sperm and female gamete is ovum. During the process of fertilization, both gametes unite with one another. The process is called as, yes, what does it called as? Fertilization. Union of gamete is called as fertilization. As a result of fertilization, what forms? Yes, a single cell called as zygote is formed. Now, this zygote is the first cell of animal life. First cell of new life. So to understand germ layer, the first thing you need to understand is zygote. One more thing you need to remember about zygote is that zygote is a single cell. When zygote is formed, zygote is a single cell. Now once the zygote is formed successfully, the zygote immediately undergo cell division. See, zygote do not increase in size, but it immediately undergo several cell division. So initially one cell forms 2, then 2 forms 4, 4 forms 8, 4 forms 16. So likewise, after some time, whole zygote is full of new cells. So several new cells are formed, and every cell is having its own nucleus. So several new cells are formed. Now this zygote is converted into a bunch of cells, a group of cells. Now this particular whatever formed, a group of cell formed, it is called as blastula. Are you getting what I am saying? See, after in the sexual reproduction, initially male and female gametes unite to form a zygote. Zygote is a single cell. This single cell, after successful formation, it undergoes cell division to form a group of cell called as blastula. Clear about it? Blastula is just a group of cell. When the blastula little bit go ahead in its development, what happen is the cells in the blastula rearrange themselves. Some cells go to the peripheral region, some cells stay at the middle region, and some cells come at the central region. So there is an outer layer of cells, there is a middle layer of cells, and finally there is a central layer of cell. Suppose this is the outer layer of cell, this is middle layer of cell. This is middle layer of cell, and this will be inner layer of cell. And there will be space in between. This central space is a fluid filled space. We are not dealing with this space right now. I'll tell you, it is called as blastopore, but you need not to remember this. You just need to concentrate on the outer layer, the middle layer of cell, and the inner layer of cell. Okay, so outer layer of cell is called as ectoderm. Ecto means outer, derm means layer. Ectoderm means outer layer. Middle layer is called as mesoderm. Meso means middle, derm again means layer. Okay, inner layer is called as, obviously, endo means inner, endoderm means layer. So these three layers are called as germ layers. See, whatever layers formed after the zygote, and zygote form blastula, and blastula cells rearrange themselves into three different layers of cells, and these layers of cells are called as germ layers. They are ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm. Now, why does they are called as germ layer? That is another thing, correct? Now, they are called as germ layer because they give rise to whole body of a person or whole body of an animal. Okay, suppose I consider human being. In ectoderm give rise to our skin, and even it give rise to our nervous system, our brain and everything. Okay, mesoderm, after development, it give rise to our blood vessels, and even it give rise to our muscles. And endoderm afterward give rise to some glands and some internal delicate organs. So likewise, different systems in our body, different organs in our body are originated from ectoderm, mesoderm, and endoderm, nothing but germ layers. So germ layers are these three layers: ectoderm, outermost; mesoderm, middle one; and endoderm, inner one. Clear about it? With this knowledge, we need to study the further classification of kingdom Animalia. But here, you need to understand one more thing, that see, in all, human being is a very advanced animal. So in us, all the three layers are formed. Ectoderm is formed, mesoderm is formed, endoderm is formed. But in other animals, all the three layers are not formed. In some lower animals, mesoderm is not formed at all. So what happened to them, and how the animals are classified on the basis of germ layer? Let us study. Now, on the basis of germ layer, animals are of two types. One are called as diploblastic and another are called as triploblastic. Now, to understand this diploblastic and triploblastic, pay attention to this diagram. Now, this is the first diagram, indicate a section of diploblastic animal, and a second diagram is a section of triploblastic animal. Now let us concentrate on triploblastic first, because you know all the germ layers. In triplo means three, tri means three, triploblastic means blasta means layer again. So the animals with three germ layers are triploblastic, all the three germ layers. See here, a blue colored cells you can see. This is ectoderm, here already named. See, it is ectoderm. Here it is middle red colored and pink colored cell you can see. Those are basically mesodermal cells. Okay, and the inner blue colored small layer you can see, that is the endoderm in this triploblastic animal. See, ecto, I'll just write them for easy understanding. These are ecto, these are meso, and these are endoderm. So all three germ layers are found. So animals are triploblastic. Excuse me for my handwriting. Okay, then so complete animal, all three germ layers triploblastic. Now let us shift to the diploblastic animals. Now when I consider diploblastic, here you can easily see ectoderm, here you can easily see endoderm, but you cannot see mesodermal cells. Instead of mesoderm, you can see a fluid-like substance, correct? A red-colored substance. You can see a continuous substance, which is actually a jelly-like substance called as mesoglia. So in the diploblastic animal, di means two, diploblastic means two layers. So animals are having only two germ layers, diploblastic, and instead of mesoderm they are having a jelly-like substance called as mesoglia. Now what is the outcome of this? In triploblastic animals, all the body parts can be well formed. Skin can be formed, muscles can be formed, blood vessels can be formed because mesoderm is there, endoderm is there, so whatever outgrowths of endoderm, those will also form. But diploblastic, there is a problem. They can form the organs which are formed from ectoderm. They can form the tissue which are formed from the endoderm. But as they don't have any cells in the mesoderm, they cannot form muscles and they cannot form blood vessels. So complete animal body is never formed in the diploblastic animals. So diploblastic simple animals, okay, primitive animals, and triploblastic advanced animals. So let us look at the chart. Let us look at the chart as well as one more diagram of the diploblastic and triploblastic animal. Try to understand this. Now in this diagram you can easily see this is the blastula is developing. You can see cells inside the cells, okay, and here you can see all the three germ layers are formed. Here mesoderm is formed, here ectoderm is formed, here endoderm is formed, and inside there is basically some kind of fluid present which is called as blastopore. You are not dealing with it. So diploblastic animals, two-layered animals, outer ectoderm and inner endoderm, for example sponges and coelentrates. And triploblastic animals, three-layered animals, okay. Outer layer is ectoderm and middle layer is mesoderm and inner layer is endoderm. So this is all for today. We have studied about germ layers and animals classification on the basis of germ layer. See you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.